he's only been scrimming with the Scott for like a week, so I'm not putting the pressure on him now. But long term, I feel like this map was built for him.
Well, it's disgusting, Creddy Central, that's why. And no one does it like Lay G. Well, let's find out how it goes, folks. Not a great showing from Optic this weekend, but they got the chance to turn it all around. Rocker, on the other hand, they've just started to get going. Their pace has already been found. Is this going to be an absolute grueling Game 5 series? Possibly. Strap in, boys and girls. It's time to go to Skyline.
And keep in mind, for the side of Rocker Miles, we touched on this our last cast over them. We wanted to see Paul X step it up a little bit in stage 2 in his first series. Paul X did look fantastic, but also map ones. Minnesota Rocker continually have slow starts. Even on Skyline, where they got the drop on their last series, they lost a 2-point game. So for whatever reason, Rocker always starts slow. Keep that in the back of your mind as this map goes on, as right now, Paul X giving Kenny the hands.
More like tall, dark, and handsome X. Great stuff to start this one off. 7-7, even Stevens shots. He's playing for spawns for new. That's what you would expect. And now a little bit of a contest, a little bit of a dance around, and he's already on the run. But Estriel reads him. Oh, 4 down.
Easy reads on that one as well. Basically came around that corner pre-firing. That is on point. And Rocker, no slow start here. I mean, they are wheeling and dealing. They are funneling Optic into a kill box over by P3. What a life out of Estriel. Be number 5 if and when he gets it. And another 4-man drop. Optic, welcome back to your spawn again, Pred. Ooh. The only man up on the map, but Estriel right now, he just cutting off the entire cross and saying, hey, it's hallway and it's down low. I got everything else.
Yeah, it's 3 dead once again. Shotzi's managed to make his way through. A single kill to his name, but he's alone now. Oh, and Estriel 7 now in a row. Kenny gets a couple of attacks in, but 5 HP. So close to it. Back over to Paul X. Finds himself at least 1. As this P2 has been succulent for Minnesota Rocker so far.
And Kenny haters are going to be out in full force. An 0-6 start. The man that's got a target on his back, because there are bloodthirsty fans out and about. And this has been magical. By the way, Estriel's spree never stopped. Didn't even realize he went on a 9 before he falls. And keep in mind, we're throwing out numbers that high. Kenny now 0-8.
Okay, well, for all the highs, we got a low. And now we go to a B3 into the kitchen. Previously known as the Optic kill box, now it's Optic's hard point. They're going to find a little bit of time here as, oh, Paul goes small X now through the vent, and a sneaky Paul might be able to make something happen here. Spots out Pred, doesn't let him get into the P1 power position, but not enough for his boys to get in. Their Optic still holding on to this.
Yeah, this is a short-term, long-term situation, Rocker. Well, in the short term, they didn't have the hill. Long-term, they're going to have the spawns, but they might be able to get the hill as well. Pred going to have to give you a little extra, and he can't quite get it done. He does pick up 2, but overwhelming force there coming in from Minnesota Rocker, and understandable for the moment. They are playing a 4 versus 3, so a 50-point lead, going to feel very comfortable around the time.
Yeah, 2-piece out. Paul keeps the hard point a little open. No one's really able to get too much out of this. A nice late contest here from the Optic boys flying on in. Can he get some damage in there? And unfortunately, he does get a couple out of it, but still, that's a big bit of work from Rocker, keeping the lead up. Rotation's on now. Pred was the only man over there, but 2 boys in the back there for Rocker. Seal it and lock it down.
And Shotzi can make an impact. Oh, he's up top. I thought he was down low. I was going to say maybe to take down Paul X and get him out of time, but for the moment, Rocker comfortable inside of P4. Optic, they're setting up all 4 players grouped up for the push.
On Crawlex, who now dives up, gets a bit of time. Kenny with the immediate trade. Lovely work. Kenny 2-pieced. Can he find 3? Can indeed. 3 in the feed for Kenneth Williams, and that is going to be the hard point now. Dashy with the backup. And that is clean as you like. Optic, good break. 35 to go.
Man, hell, hit the punch on that one. That's a massive moment. That's a P4 that could have been locked down by Minnesota, but instead, Kenny's the guy, the hero, comes soaring through to picks up 3, and then he's the guy that gets shredded off the heady, because Estriel, my God, is that man shooting his gun, but all's well that ends well. Optic at the back spawns, in spite of Estriel stripping away a little bit at a time. You're there. You're good for the scrap. Of course, though, it is Skyline, so no scrap is safe. The bottleneck's going to be around, and Shotzi might have got bamboozled, but the reaction time on point, and long-term Pred trying to make a high-impact play, trying to be the guy that strikes as soon as the hill pops.
Yeah, he's waiting for it. Good timing. He's going to get 1 out of this. And with that, still a battle for the new. Okay.
He's good. Got spawns.
She's got spawns. That's good enough for now, Kenny. Locking down upstairs, trying to keep that hard point safe in the hands of the Optic Texas boys. And right now, it's looking good. Over to Pred, dives into Geo, gives him 2. That's 3 down in the feed. Pressure now onto the spawns for P2. That should be the break and the flip. That is it. That's a big dagger once again from Rocker.
Yeah, now you're just vying for actual contest time on the hill. Shotzi gonna take it away with the smooth movement that we have come to expect. And I mean, any P1 time's good time for him now. Shotzi doing everything he can, has a little bit of from coverage. Brett actually pulling out an aims off spawn to look down the long lines of sight. And this is, all things considered, been a good chunk of time here from Optic. Shotzi doing some majestic work inside of the hill. And again, if you don't have the spawns, you want the time. Optic have closed the gap. And credit to Kenny as well. Had a very slow start. He's been going, keeping pace. A 1K since then.
So far, a magnificent life out of Shotzi. That's a 4 spree and huge time grabbed as well. P2 though, we now line up the Rocker wall of defense. Shotzi's found a way through an angle there. Sniffed out. 3 down. 4 make it. As Optic back on a spawn, and look at this push forward. Nero finds himself another corner of P1. 1, 2, 3. Crossed up, spots him on the push. You're gonna get traded out. As Dashy's there for it, but you've held the line, and Rocker still in commanding position. 30 to go.
And I mean, Nero, by the way, in that spot, you called out the information he just got. That is as good as it could possibly get. Shotzi might open things up just a little bit for 2, but on P2, it has been Nero and Estriel taking turns. And they have just been utterly dominant on this hill. When we take a look at the line graph at the end of the series, make no mistake, P2, the biggest sort of best case right now from Rocker to have such a big lead.
Yeah, second set P2. We'll be marking that one on our notebooks. That right now, Paul keeping Kenny in danger. Nero there to back him up as well. Rocker suffocating Optics so far here on Skyline. We are loaded up in the hard point. Nero, though, breaks it wide open. Can Nero find the third as well? He does! Is the man wearing active camouflage? What is this? A 3-piece, a 4 spree, and a hard point for Rocker.
And keep in mind, for Estriel that had a 9 spree on P2, Nero has lit up the kill feed in such a way that he is looking dominant. Finally, Kenny's there to shut him down, but this has been a wonderful run from Rocker. And again, a team that just not, like, they just don't have any luck in the map ones, but clearly it is not a slow start here. Boys are bringing the heat, but Optic a nice response. And if you don't have the rotation, you got to make sure you get the scrap time, and Dashy with that 4 spree is going to deliver it. Now his teammates have plenty of time to try to break towards new.
Will be Pred. Pred wins it. Nice fight at the back line there for the Optic boys. A sign of life now, as they sorely needed going to this P4. They had a great break in the first go around. Now they've got the hold, but for how long? Trophies at the ready. Oh no. First wave. Beautiful shots. Dashy gets 2. But 1 makes it through the back. That's going to be Nero. We'll see how this one plays out. Pred, find a corner. Stay alive. Paul gets in. The break is there.
That's an interesting moment. That's when we got to hear the comms from Optic, because they just let grass completely wide open for Nero to go on that pinch. And I don't know who was supposed to pick it up, but Kenny's the one that tries to, like, fix that mistake. And when he loses the gunfight, all hell breaks loose. Still Mixie here on the P4 time, but certainly not a good setup, and a mistake that Optic right now is just getting punished for. But Pred maybe bails him out long term. A fight for scrap is always a good one, and I mean, 15 seconds is worth going for. Kenny might be happy for 12.
Here comes Paul. Is he going to find this? There's the trades. Nice work again. 15 seconds. You're not wrong, man. To get in there. The shots out of Pred, not enough to get the second. Estriel's going to find those final few moments. Over to P1, third set. Absolute banger so far here on Skyline. And Kenny fighting hard from the hard point. Nero's going to get picked up here by Dashy, and that is a clean side of the map right now for Optic Texas. Time going their way.
All 4 down, and now you got eyes on 2 players up top. Pred on the prowl, Leiji, but that's an AR, and that is 3 players on his screen, but still super soaking on the P2, or P1, excuse me, right now, and another 4 down in the feed. Optic have their flow state. Let's go to a listen in.
Back right, absolute. There's 2 back right. Oh, there. One shot. AJ, he's behind the square.
One shot pull. One shot pull. White plat.
I push. Let me out of the top. Out of one shot.
Take the hill, boys.
I'm pushing on the stairs. He's not.
After time,
Get the right. Top T. Top T, Geo.
Backleft.
Top T, Geo. Oh, yeah. I was wondering. Deep right. Be in my left. Alright, missing 1 on new ant. He's back right, I think. White, baby.
I'm behind this guy. He's top low.
He's low.
Don't just shit on.
Back right heli side.
Back right, helipad dead.
Nice. Let's try to chat together. Look at
Hit the back door on me.
You're back
I'm
to back pot on you. Back pot on you.
Look at
Super weak.
Kitch one shot. Kitch Kraus. Nero. You're back. There's two right. Nice. Another guy right. Top T. Alright, last guy. Low gym and then right. Low gym. Low left.
I've your left. Mine is your left.
Nice, Gio. Alright, Paul right. Paul right. You're crossing
I hear you then.
Yeah, they're crossing down.
What if you
I'm a
fall?
low gym.
Ken.
Nice, I'm a gym.
One more Ken. He's low. He's
Low, extra dead.
Kids
I'm
it.
out there. No, we left. Left, not weak. He's out of back left. Nice, good shit.
What's your
Be low
name?
piano.
Sit in that.
Nice job, bro.
Front door. Nothing front door, boys.
Low right. Low zip. 100%. Low caps.
White plot. White plot.
Optic holding the P2 line. Late breaks here from Rocker. And it might not even be the break. It's just go towards new.
I mean, look, just making amends for the P2 at all, I think is why Optic might very well win this map. But Minnesota Rocker, we already know, is a team that never dies. 4-man wipe in the feed. They got the setup around P3 that they want.
Perfect awareness of spawns as well. Are they able to actually capitalize on the kills? Yeah, too good so far. Shotzzy and Kenny still at large. Estriel takes care of one. That's a big one from Shotzzy just to keep this hard point at least in contest. Nero on the pickup from behind. That is sensational lead change here in the dire moments of the game one.
Oh, and Gio for 2 might be a little bit extra. They've taken the lead. They got the right side spawn. Minnesota Rocker, this is your game to lose.
One more wave, Rocker. Hold on. And you take map number 1. Here comes Dashi and Shotzzy. The lineup's there. The damage is in. Nero once again. The dagger in the back. 10 seconds for the win. Pred down. Nero still fighting in kitchen. Nero and Estriel finding the kills. Estriel's in. And that could be the hold. The last man drops. Optic Texas. Anyone able to get there as Rocker roar through Skyline?
And I'm waiting for the player to hit an emphatic punch on that one. I thought those dudes would be hype, but no. Cool as ice. Maybe prepared for a long series, but that's one of the best played Skylines Minnesota have had all year. I don't know if you saw the record for it, but Minnesota have not had a lot of success on this map, nor have they had a lot of success in map ones. I think they literally, outside of the Falcons, have the worst map 1 record in the league. And here they are sitting on top with an electric Skyline hardpoint victory. I mean, Nero and Estriel virtually just taking turns, picking up pieces left and right. And that is destructive stuff, excuse me.
Oh, wow.
And how about that for the assist? Yeah, Minnesota Rocker, every single player in double digits getting serious production, and another 40 bomb for Nero. The man has been collecting those this year.
41 and 32. Everyone north of 4K damage there. Unbelievable map 1 out of Minnesota Rocker. They should be very happy with that one indeed. Estriel started the game off, what, a 9 spree? That was another sensational turn, and All X as well. Ever since Major 1, he's been a brand new player, man. Superb performances at him. Looking like a good teammate. The gunny is there. Decision making all round. Just a well-rounded effort there from the Rocker boys. What a team.
Yeah, you see that little moment from Kenny, right? Had a very slow start. You know, Optic go down 70 points basically off the grid, but nice little 3-piece to sort of get the ball rolling. But another stat that stood out, I think almost every player in the lobby had 3,600 damage plus. A lot of the Minnesota Rocker players had 4K plus. Shotzzy, not super hot on the gunny front there. Only 2,600 damage he was able to get. On the receiving end of a lot of gunfight wins like this, I mean, Nero just a walking 3-piece, it felt like. And just not enough bailout moments for the Optic boys.
No, indeed. I mean, the wicked comeback towards the end there, that P2 will see the game flow. It's going to be a very, very interesting tale. Pulling it right back after losing the first 2, really, on those P2s. So that is definitely the deciding factor. Then they got right back into it again for a team that we've given them a lot of, a lot of leeway when it comes to getting the back into form. Of course, Pred rejoining the squad. You heard the comms, man. I thought they were good. I thought everyone was, absolutely bringing their part. I felt like I was aware of what was going on the map. I could have been in there finding kills as well. Pred, he was doing just that. Fits right back in there. The comms looking good. The gameplay not too far behind it. We'll see if they can get a good one in search.
Yeah, of course, and don't get me wrong, this is nitpicky when it comes to Skyline because things are happening at just light speed. Like, both teams probably made a dozen different mistakes that they're going to want to sort of get back. It's just the way the map plays. But on the final P4, where Optic only got 20 points and Rocker was able to get about 25 on board, they had a full setup and they just let someone through grass side I mean, immediately to flip him and make it mixy. It's really difficult to get control on the map. You don't get a lot of good opportunities to do it, and you have to capitalize when it happens. And I think the only real capitalization on this map was the P2s. Both teams able to find success when they got control of that one.
Yeah, great stuff. You can really see the leaps there in the scoreline. So good stuff, mate. 250 to 226. Optic outslayed by 26 as well, keeping it together there. So again, a very well-rounded game. We now go to a very well-rounded series of nothing but Vault. I'm not sure what Vitamin V is going to do to us here in the CDL, but we've got an S&D and of course a control and a hard point to close that one out. What do you think, mate? A lot of Vault.
I mean, Vault is like the most basic map we have in terms of search and destroy. So if you want to get creative and work the B site, there are opportunities to do so. But I think what we've seen more often than not is just when the plays develop like bottom vault and you just have to get out when you lose the pool side control. So teams are going to be making adjustment, but what we've seen recently in S&D is Minnesota Rocker just been a little bit better, get the bomb down more, better on the retakes, and of course the record, the most impressive thing, especially so that one map loss that Minnesota Rocker have in Search and Destroy was against Miami Heretics when they went down 5 rounds to none and nearly completed the full sale. So even when they're down and losing, this team, again, I'm tired of saying the word, I shouldn't say it anymore, but grit. Super gritty. It's just perfect for them. It matches their aura. They're there.
Yeah, it's a lot of grit. It's a gritty winter still. And Shawlex is dressed for it. He's well ready for a cold spell. And hopefully they can bring the ice against Optic. Because again, I think pressure is certainly on them. And pressure on both teams at all times here in the league. But I think Rock is another one of those teams that's been on the sort of edge of the bubble. And a lot of folks wondering at where they're going to wind up, mid-season after Major 2. What are the points going to start to look like? And I just think they've been fantastic, man. I mean, ever since Major 1, it's been a nice couple of series out of them. They had a really great turnaround at Major 1 and some nail-biting series. Just wonder how far this team can go. What sort of ceiling do we have on those 4 players on the bottom?
Well, they have been answering questions consistently throughout the year, right? Like, okay, Geo looks good online. How about LAN? Got even better. Okay, Paul X not having a great stage 1. Can he step things up so far in stage 2? Yes, absolutely he can. These guys are horrific in map 1s for whatever reason. When they're map 4, so like their hard point as a whole is decent, but map 1's no success. Well, here we go. Come out with an electric start. Nero's popping pieces. Astral doing crazy things, locking down the P2 hill. So every single question Rocker have had to answer, they have been successful at that. So yeah, very fun team to watch. Been a big fan of these guys this year. So of course, overall for the comparison, I mean, neck and neck between these two teams when it comes to Search and Destroy. And on a map like Vault, that is also going to be the expectation, that it is neck and neck.
Yeah, absolutely. A-bomb site, we're about to get very well acquainted. Chelsea and S&D so far in the season, 3 1v2s. Opening doors over half, which is absolutely ideal, and a 1.18. Happy to see those numbers if you're an Optic fan, but you're going to see how that goes now. He didn't have a fantastic hard point. Prey's going to be grabbing the bomb just like the old days, and now we go to A. And if we don't, we'll be very surprised.
Yep, Dashy's job watching B Street. Geo actually tried to square up with him off the rip, but now it's a quick hit over towards Pool, and that is instantaneous. Dashy started over towards Ammo and somehow makes it back towards Pool before Kenny does. And they let him through Pool. So I don't know what happened on the mini-map, but Optic dropped the ball in round 1, and they get slammed for it.
Oh, yeah. Nero just dives into the bomb site, rips 2 players. And a nice little dance there with Dashi towards the end. But Nero, this is the final kill. That's the way it goes on the good old A-bomb site bang out. This is what it looked like from his POV. Threads the needle. And destroys Shotzi.
That answers the question. Optic just left it completely open. They were just hoping the SMG down low would win the gunfight, and that's a 50-50 call. You give it a shot, but you lose that one, it is a guarantee you lose the round. So not the most ideal strat off the rip there from Optic, and we'll see what Rocker pull out in terms of creativity. I think it was Boston that used this one first, and every team has stolen it.
Yeah, pretty shots here. Possibly going to smash this corner. There's a big wrap taking place from Kenny and Dashy on the bottom side of the map. A-bomb site plant. Standard stuff, folks. Once we run out of stuns and nades, we're going to have to show face. First contact goes to Estriel as he takes care of Shotzi.
And Nero just gets out and makes things mixy. Does get caught, but in the meantime, on the mini-map, Estriel's been able to fly around and fry. Pred there for the trade, and now 1v2 for Geo, and he gets dropped. Down low, Dashy, reaction time on point. And we might get a second look at that one, because Dashy got a pistol kill just before it. Instantaneous retake and a bounce back round from Optic Texas. That is clean work out of the green wall.
Yeah, ideal. Absolutely ideal. And Dashy's Strider. His pistol's one thing, but what a win there against Geo. Nice bounce back. Exactly what we want to see straight after, you know, a tough opening round. Small mistakes like that at this level, though, folks, they certainly cost.
And a nice collection of the chaos as well. As soon as that first blood rolls through, it's a 3v4 really for Optic the clutch, and you got to hunt down the players mid map, find that other guy carpet. Like, it is just a very fast paced game of hide and seek. And this bomb's going. This is a B hit, right? If you're going through the middle of the map, they're not dropping down low. They're squaring over towards line, so they find the first and second blood shots. He gives you 2. Question is, now can he get out?
Yeah, you've made it to the bomb site. You're in a position to get this one down. And Pred is going to do it. He's going to go for the plant. Is Paul checking the bomb site rapidly? He is. That's a big win. A 2v2 now. And the guessing game is on. Shotzzy and Dashy now on defense.
And Dashy just gets red. Wow. Shotzzy, this is for the ace and a 1v2 clutch. He has 3 1v2s on the year.
Nice. Oh, I love the idea. But the pinch was there. E-bomb, not an easy thing to get. I love the look out of Optic. They try something different. Minnesota Rocket, a lovely spread to finish off that one. Paul gets the defuse.
Yeah, and I think that round might be on Dashy, right? I think it was Paul X up top, or maybe Geo, whichever one it was that gets the read. He's on point. Tough to get the bomb down on B. Pred successful at that, but in the 2v2, again, we saw on the minimap, Dashy roaming over from Pool, tries to flank, and I mean, if he gets through, you win the round, but Rocker staying on top of things, and they had plenty of time to work with to hunt down Shotzzy, so no stress there. And another big round.
Well, after the A-bomb site this time around, defensively, we're committed to this one. Kenny takes a whole heap of shots. And Geo sent him for the kill. Immediate trades are for shots. He keeps the fight alive as Dashy catches Paul out of nowhere. And now we rethink the A-bomb plant. Spotted out going towards B. If they get this down fast enough, it's on. But Estriel trying to send it forward with a good offense is a good offense, apparently. Go on, son.
Well, Nero catches Kenny. This might be the bailout, and you got plenty of time to work with. You can make decisions. We're squaring up down low, and Shotzzy just a little bit quicker with the movement. The long slide will, in fact, get you in what could have been for a 2v3, but Shotzzy's there to close that door, and I think the speed of Shotzzy really showing off the goods as well, because you saw Estriel. Dashy catches Paul like dropping down through Vault, or Nero, excuse me, to go for like the B hit, and that's why Estriel decides of like, okay, they're gonna know we're here for the plant, try to go through the spawn and see if you can catch someone, but Shotzzy was doing the exact same thing on the other side, and make sure you're staying on top of the intel game. So speedy gameplay from Optic Texas, tied up 2-2.
Good old Vault. Not what we usually see. Bomb site checks. This time round, we are safe. The bomb will be planted, and it'll be a good old-fashioned retake. No one's getting through this time. Here we go. Nero starts off proceedings against Kenny. He somehow finds it. And now Dashy, oh, good shots to bring down Nero.
Yeah, he traded, but Dashy can feel the pressure on the flank. Shotzzy is going to alleviate a portion of that. And now you have the man advantage and bomb down. As good as it gets right now, and time sticking. Paul X and Geo, they got to go, but AR players on this site is a nightmare.
20 seconds. Oh. Nearly. I'm not sure what happened there. You might have stopped shooting, but Pred picks up 2, and that's enough for the round.
Yeah, either ran out of ammo or stopped shooting because he thought he had to kill, but Pred in the corner, dishing you out 2. Big round as well. Good trades coming in from Dashy and Shotzzy again on the map. Schmoving, making sure you're quick to reposition. Dashy felt the pressure on the flank. Shotzzy's going to be there, and Pred, meanwhile, just hanging out by the bomb, waiting for the gunfights to come to him.
Again, that was a round that Minnesota Rocker managed to get the first blood. Not so easy when you're having to play the retake. Round advantage now for the for the Optic boys. Rocker, they'll be on attack.
Trades.
Wait a minute.
There you go. Nero's gonna get it. More trades or maybe not. Pred slides into death. And just overwhelming force there for the first blood. Kenny got his head ripped off 3 seconds into the round. And Dashy, he's got the ice. A 1v3. If anybody can do it, Bruce is at the top of the list.
Nate does not connect. Has to get closer. 30 seconds. Checking every possible corner, but Rocco playing it deep. Wall X staying alive. Getting a little closer, trying to bait him out into the fight, and they're into the open, but Rocker strike together. They do not let the clutch come through. There we go, back to back. Just equalizers after each other.
Perfect play by Paul X as well. I mean, just a highlight example of how you want to do it. Endless shoulders. You don't jump on the guy until either you get him one shot, you know it's free, or you got your teammate there for the trades. Paul X not giving him anything to work with. And again, a lovely strat. Kenny's been very consistently going out to that Jeep or the car towards the back, and I mean, they just fly at him to go and get that first blood. So great coordination. And Kenny, public enemy number 1, currently sitting on a donut.
Gio this time wins the opening duel against Dashy. They've been having a couple of fun ones against each other. Pred is not going to check the back door, and what do you know, it's Nero again. The dagger in the dark as the Emperor finds another. Paul slices Kenny down. The Shotzi in the 1v4. I mean, this is a serious good luck, have fun moment. He's been spotted. Whether it's the nades now or whether he can get closer. Frustration is certainly sinking in. Whoa, I like the attempt. He's out. Trying to catch him. Just trying to catch him. He's so slippery. He's so slippery. So dangerous.
I think that's why they're smiling. If he did, I mean, there's nothing he can do. But if he just like slides into secret, he actually would have broken the ankle with 4 players together. It's a small thing. It doesn't matter. You lost the round, but it is funny.
He's really funny. Nero,
once again, yeah, just jumping out of pool for absolute free. Pred trusting Kenny and that. I mean, you already have the man disadvantage. It's already scattered around. It is interesting, by the way. Gio is just straight up squared up with Dashy across the map a few times. Like, Dashy's the one playing top ammo, playing it safe, and Gio's been trying to take the gunfight. And for good reason, he finally got it and the first blood. You love to see confidence plays coming out of young players like Gio, and you like the stat coming out of Minnesota Rocker as well. A blender. Optic wanted to be there, and Optic got picked apart.
All my friends dead. And now Dashy, this time he does have the frag. 3 members of Rocker on the inside of the bomb site. Tags, and he gets stuck. It is all smiles for Minnesota Rocker. Everything is working out for them.
Dude, and there is like no sort of like aura presence coming in from Optic. Like, Minnesota Rocker aren't playing with any fear. And again, it's like, to me, it's a big deal. If you're just squaring with Dashy, in my mind, it's a short list of players that are willing to do that. Gio putting his name on it. Rocker playing with all the confidence in the world. Nero, whenever he wants to jump out of a window, completely exposed into a pool. I was going to say what I used to say much harder. Cannonball. He goes cannonball. There you go.
Cannonball! Shut up here, Pan. I think, if anything, you're getting one call there. It's like, yeah, open, go. All right, I've got shots in, go. And he just dives right through.
Yeah.
And now we send the RC car forward. Rocker with a really, really deep setup here. They're not going to be pushing forward for this one, but I worry. Are they going to follow the RC car in? Yeah, they are. They're following it in. Under the cover of the car, they've taken as much of the map as they possibly can. Now you send it. Dashy set up in the perfect position to get some kills and the damage. Can he find another? Tags are plenty. Paul manages to make it to mid. Here comes the drop. Pred watching one. Estriel picks up the flank. Trades are there. All down to Gio. And they're going to push this aggression now from Optic. Not going to let him get any breath. The perfect 2v1 scenario. Optic stay alive.
Yeah, and I mean, look, on the retakes over towards the site, you throw out a couple ideas, but the RC car, very rare that you'll have that degree of success. I think I like what the observers showed us at the start of the round, though. You saw the nades coming through from Rocker. A lot of the players, when they're jumping out over towards bomb instantly, they're running through the hallway or catwalk, whatever you call it, and they actually had the pre-nades potentially to stop it. So that was just not the route that the Optic boys chose, so they guessed wrong, but an idea at least was there on the defensive end. But Optic certainly happy for the A plant on Vault. Get the offensive win. Problem now, though, is they got to find a way to stop it. Standard nades coming through. No connection there. They got the trophies, and everybody's on site. A four-man bomb stack.
Here we go. They're all ready to dive. Bomb planted. Just make sure to retake as much of the backside of the map as possible. But that is not where Rocker are defending this one from. I think that was the RC car just got toasted. Optic are in the pool. Nero will be the front man. 30 seconds. And here we go. Into the site, and Estro finds the first one. In and Nero finding another, and the aggression now. The dagger, the last man in. Rocker decimate Optic in the search and destroy.
Yeah, and that's a slammage as well in some of those final offensive rounds. Playing with confidence. Boys are challenging, making calls, adjusting off the rip, and we'll just keep saying it. I feel like Looney has to be a happy man with the roster that has been built for Minnesota Rocker. Series isn't finished, but that is two incredibly well-played maps of Call of Duty by Minnesota, and they are just taking Optic to task.
Well, we said it. I said it. Their form recently has been so strong, and you've caught Optic at a very, very bad time. It's a perfect scenario to find yourself in there. So kudos again to Minnesota Rocker. That final round was a true dominance as they stamped their way through the A-bomb site, and the retake attempt was ineffective at best. Huge work for Minnesota. A well-deserved victory there, and they go up 2-0 in the series so far. We stay on Vault for control, and if we can get the comeback, it's over to Hardpoint as well. A red card will be our showdown for a game 5 if we have to get that far. But right now, 226-6-4, anything's possible. The reverse comeback, chance, or the reverse sweep, the comeback could happen now, chance. It has to happen now, doesn't it?
Very possibly. Also, 8-2 in the First Bloods desk. You got to talk about the First Bloods. That was crazy. Good luck. Have fun. Love you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I want to start there. 3 first deaths for Kenny, 3 first deaths for Shotzi. 2 of your stars are getting picked apart.
Kenny's doing me no favors. He's
Kenny,
like,
2 and 10.
He's literally holding forward. He had 37 deaths in the map 1. He had 10 deaths in that. No, Kenny is, this team is frustrated. Like, I think Kenny's literally holding forward. Like, from his position, he is a more aggressive flex than some, like he always has been. He wants to be aggro and get a lot of gunfights, but he's just, dude, he's holding forward. Dude.
I just feel like Optic Texas isn't really in a position to fight. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
I'm really sick. I have had the flu for the past week, and I've been going through it. Thank you for asking.
I hope you feel better, Allie.
Thank you so much. But for the side of Optic Texas, I don't love that they played Vault Search and Destroy in this series. Not only because Minnesota Rocker prefers to play on this map. Obviously, there's 3 of them in the middle. It's one of their best maps. But mainly because since Optic Texas doesn't really have an identity right now, this map is just way too one-dimensional. And unless your subs are on point, it is going to make planting and retaking A virtually impossible. And unfortunately, we really got to see that during this map number 2.
Minnesota struggling in hard points. That was until Major 2. They are now up 2 games against Optic. The search and destroy even cleaner than the hard point.
Yeah.
They just play with insane confidence, as you heard. Gio squaring up with Dashy, not many willing to do that, and Nero is just flying out of windows.
Well, I said my gut was picking Rocker because, yeah, I really thought Rocker would win. I just, honestly, I pissed off enough Optic fans today with my comments.
Okay, you're trying to ride.
I was like, I'll pick Optic. But no, I did say I don't think Optic are very good right now. I don't. Do I think they could be very good? Yes, but it's a work in progress. It is. I know for some people it seems like it shouldn't be like starting over, but it is. Because I don't even think like when they had Pred first before he sat out, or even when they had Hook, even when they were going in that win streak with their hard points, I never thought they were that good. They weren't. They were getting by just on talent sometimes and just online stuff. Like Hook and Shotzi were putting up numbers that were unrealistic to do on land. They were never that good.
Time for Hidden Heroes. How well does Maven know Optic?
I might get there, though. Oh, this is
How well
Optic
does
Hidden
he
Heroes?
know Minnesota?
Did I say formal to each one?
These are
formal.
also stats from before today's match.
Those KDs are way too low to be formal, so.
Are they only Optic and Minnesota players?
Optic and Minnesota.
Okay. Oh, this is hard. I feel like you have to go first because you haven't done it yet, Clint.
I haven't done this at all.
Crazy.
6 clutches.
Oh, I mean, that's Dashy.
Thank you.
Dashy's the first one.
Dashy top left.
Yep, that's going to be Dashy.
Okay.
Show me Bruce. Crushed it. Dashy is our first one. How about bottom right? Overall of a 1.07 Slayer rating, 87.7.
That might be Nero.
That's Gio.
Oh, it might be Gio.
Bottom right.
Gio.
Oh, killed that. I'm the worst at this.
All right, let's go
I'm
over
really bad
to the .88 overall KD.
That
I'm about to
is
start cheating.
that is Paul X.
Is it Paul?
Oh my god!
And Maven
Okay,
is
you
on
gotta do the
fire.
last one. Now
Go
we have
ahead,
to do the last one. It's gotta be an Optic member.
Finish it.
Finish him.
Guess I'm finishing Kenny. I'm going
Point-
.89. I'm going Kenny.
He's going with Kenny.
He's so right.
Wow, I was actually really good at that, bro.
Wow. Does
Wow.
Maven know his players? He knows his players.
Yeah. Wow.
was
No,
good.
I actually felt pretty good about that.
That was good.
I didn't see it beforehand. I swear, I'm not a cheater.
He's not a cheater, just a champion. Let's take a look at our maps and modes because Optic is one map away from going to bed early. Vault was not pretty for Search. Will they have an edge on Control coming up next, Maven?
Yeah. What did you ask me? Dude, I'll be honest. I was thinking about how smart I was.
You're very smart.
No, I think Rocker closed down 3-0. I think Rocker closed down 3-0.
Thoughts?
I have to lean Rocker closing out 3-0. Both these teams love Vault Control, but I mean, Optic's on a 2-loss spree on Control, and there's no momentum in
You ever black out from your own intelligence?
Major 4, Optic went winless. Then they won champs. Let's see what happens with the rest of
Yeah,
this
Miles
series.
is hiding a bird in his hair.
Take it away, fellas.
No, Clint, all that crap you've always spouted about Maven stats, and you nailed that.
Bro!
Kiss
Right?
my ass. Kiss my ass. Here we go, folks.
Wizard.
Map 3. Map 3. Yeah, this should be great. On it. What's wrong, Ian? What's wrong? Talk to me.
He looks
40 years
stressed. Old man.
He looks
He's great. Maven's great. Dude, for anyone at home, he is the exact same person, like on and off
Yeah.
camera. Maven, he's the most unique person I may have ever met. He is a force of nature. And
Every
great
single time-
He did
every
pick
single
Optic to
time.
win, though. What's up?
Yeah, that's faded. No, that's faded. Absolutely faded. But every single event we go to, when we finish, a working day, we all come back to the hotel, whatever. Clint comes downstairs with no shoes on, and he's just like, I'm just getting chicken wings. And he's ordered 400, boneless wings, and he's like, I'm watching anime in my bed. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. We're all trying to, debrief, and Clint is his own creature, guys. He really is. There's only one of them. We have to protect it at all costs. You know who else needs protecting right now? Optic Texas, because god damn, they are getting handled by Minnesota.
And to keep the conversation on the Minnesota side of things, for their series they have played this year, they have seen 8 Game 5s and 6 Game 4s, 0 3-0s. They've never 3-0'd a team. They've never been 3-0'd. So this is a very unique situation for Minnesota to be in, where they could just close the door and have the shortest series they have played all year. They can do it here against Optic Texas, but obviously for Vault Control, we are expecting a battle where Minnesota Rocker has had 9 round 5s, and Optic somehow have been able to avoid that with very comparable records between these two teams.
Aye, aye, Captain. What a way to do it. Here we go, folks. Map 3, Rocker taking on Optic. We'll see what Optic can do on defense first. It's going to be a spicy opener, and Kenny has 9 hit points, apparently, as Estriel just destroys him instantly. Pred's 2-piece certainly helps, but we're looking to still maintain some form of mid-map presence. It gets real tough.
Wow.
Oh, and you go 3, 4 down.
Oh, this is painful. This is the dagger. Shotzi's in position P2. Pred's already bottom ammo, and he might not have been around for a long time, but if it is spawn trap and spawn kills, Pred knows what to do. Just go stand inside of it. Why not? But hey, technically Minnesota Rocker break out of that pretty quickly, but half the time has been burned off the game clock so far, and they've just now been able to get towards the A zone. A 1v1 though for the actual time, and Pred wins it instantly. Rocker for the moment are getting stuck.
Oh yeah, they're getting beat up real bad. And Pred is still doing it. Dashi, top lion, roars his way into the kill feed. 25 seconds on the opening round. Optic Texas has been extremely decisive. Nero, the juggernaut from the first few maps, has found his first kill on the round, and that's 3 dead. That's important, and that certainly could be a problem. Dashi lives. Oh, to fight another life. No, there's 18.8 stopped the clock. Here comes the capture on 8, and it's a big old stack.
And that's all the effort, though, just to get a 2-man stack for the moment. So it's going to take 22 seconds for this to roll through. But if you get the kills, it'll make it easier. But they don't have a trophy. Nade's going to soften up the blow, and Dashi gives you a little bit extra. And Kenny deliver you the time. And Optic, almost assuredly should get this round. 6 seconds left. Just kill the men on point. Just flood them. Keep flying in for the trades.
Damn!
Don't let Paul do this to you. He can see through walls. It's Wall X. And it's the A zone continues to go.
It's Warlex, and he has melted. Last ditch attempt. Kenny down. Paul's holding it. They've managed to keep Pred at bay as well. Pred down as well. Paul is something else, ladies and gentlemen. The Red Menace is back. 8-9 over to B, and the capture's already begun. And Paul hasn't stopped moving. Kenny's vacated the top set of art. He's been brought down. Pred somehow finds 2 to save it for 50 seconds. You've got to hold on.
Oh, yeah, they tweet too. If Esriel doesn't shoot at Paul, I think his flow state would have carried him through to a few more kills, but now he's just running at you. Who made that guy one shot that Paul jumped on? Am I crazy?
I have no idea. But he knew. The Menace. You think you have him contained, but it is he that is in your spawn. Finally. What a life. Last 2 lives, though. We got well excited about that. There we go. Good work. Dashi, the guardian of the B zone, picking up those kills. Geo finally brought down. What an effort out of Rocker. They managed to secure the A zone, though. That's good enough for them. Again, the segments, we'll keep a track of those as Optic Texas go up by 1 in the round count.
Yeah, got an extra segment on the B zone as well. So all things considered, that's like a sort of stock and standard round of S&D, or excuse me, control on Vault. There you go. But for how things started, surprised they were able to pull this off. And I maintain Paul X just needed to hit the gas pedal even further when he gets into arc. Could have been a little bit quicker, maybe to catch Pred up top. But I think he genuinely got spooked by his teammate down low, and the car bomb coming in from Pred also helped. So squared away, all tied up effectively for what we're expecting for an attacking round. But Optic do have an opportunity to set themselves apart. And Kenny, off to a good start.
Straight through the trophies. Uno. Dos. No trace of any member of Rocker now left on that side of the map. He's going to push forward to Pred. Hey, baby, that's a nice opener. Keeping that play, keeping the point as safe as you possibly can on the attack, but they've only finally stacked it up. Dashi's got to do the best he can to hold 3 players at bay. Shotzzy fills the gap for a second, but a slight bit of disconnect. Optic could have had a lot more progress there if they pushed forward faster, but hey, man, it's good enough for now. Get that first segment in the bag.
I mean, there's still spawn trapping 3 players. Yeah, Kenny's getting spawn trap an extra one. Dashi's there to collect Geo, the man that got through.
Oh.
And as long as you get these trades, you keep him off spawn. Paul X falls, and there's only 1 player left remaining, but at least Esriel bought his team the space to make it to the time. And you're only down 1 life, so Rocker able to battle out. It was a bit of a blender for the moment, but restabilized. Now we're back to a 50-50 spot, and I mean, they're checking the catwalk for 1. Kenny should be traded out, and Rocker maintaining the pressure. And Dashi is posted top ammo right now, just staring at Esriel from downrange. So not a lot of A pressure for the moment, but he's grouped up, ready for the hit.
All X back at it, 15-9. Oh man, he had something there. Shotzzy doesn't let it happen. 30 seconds to go. Esriel's so annoying, man. So annoying to deal with. Top hallway now. Yeah, perfect up against Kenny, but Kenny brings the PDW to the battle, and that certainly helps out. Nero getting the damage in, but that's 3 dead in the feed. Geo, the last man up here for Minnesota Rocker, trying to keep Optic off the point, and that will not happen. A 4-man stack secures A.
Yeah, it's going to flood through. 4-man stack will go in about 11 seconds. So that thing was flying through, in a 4-life lead from Optic. Again, winning an offensive round really sets you apart, and that life lead got even worse. It is 6 lives. Now you're on the B zone, and Nero does get traded. Dashi's here, but you also are going to want a trophy to capture this B1, because that van will explode. Dashi dodges it and keeps the pressure up. 6 life lead right now in a minute is plenty of time from Optic Texas.
Plenty of time. Dashi's picking off these players. Everyone's a little tagged up as well, so as long as he can stay alive, keep this going. By the time Shotzzy to move into position, he executes 1 from behind. Pred attached to the hip now, and there are 4 members of Rocker left. What a round from Optic. It is not over yet, though. Couple of kills going their way. Dashi finding a few more, and Pred jumps into the fray, but unfortunately brought down.
Don't kill the last guy.
Holding it together alone.
Guy.
There it is. Shotzzy gets the final bullet in, and Optic Texas got up 2-0.
Yeah, at a certain point, Minnesota Rocker are literally just flooding into death, praying that they lose on lives rather than the actual segments, because that round was chalked the second that they get their extra lives and Shotzzy gets inside of Art. Somehow Nero gets the best play, and funnily enough, it was off the opening break, but outside of that, Optic just did an elite job of keeping up the pressure, and they just handled the life advantage. The spawn kills and the spawn traps were flowing. Everything good there in that moment. And Minnesota Rocker, a team that has never been 3-0'd or gotten a 3-0, not shaping up to get one here. Optic, huge advantage right now on this ball control.
Yeah, the momentum is undeniable. Can they close it out, folks? That's the question. Big old headbutt towards A. We're all in. And it's a costly opener now for Optic, who have dropped 3 players now, and it's on to Dashi trying to pick up anything here. He's going to be able to get in towards the backside of what we like to call useless, but he will make it anything but. Estro, a nice read, but not enough on the gunny. There we go. Dashi in position.
His team never gave him an extra kill, though, so Dashi's just going to be battling Estriel and trying to play keep away. And you see Kenny actually wins it in the feed, so him and Dashi there to drop a 2v2 now on the point. Dashi finally falls, and Fred, the cleanup crew, last man standing, but he doesn't chow the guy that was on time, so keeping the floodgates like flowing through, and this A-zone might get captured before you can actually pinch.
You might have pinched a little too fast. Those players have made it through. There's the capture complete. Get a kill or 2 out of this, maybe. Or getting nothing. 2 dead. Uh-oh. A little too hot. As now we make our way towards the B zone. Rocker in position to make something special happen here. Do they have any trophies, though? That's the question, because those vans are definitely still in action.
Geo versus Dashi again. Geo brought reinforcements. Makes it less fair.
Yeah, Nero's like, yo, Nero, go up there and get him. Yes, sir. Sends it. Finds the kill. Gets another one out of spawn. And Kenny caught in the middle of the street now by Geo. 3 dead. Forward you go. Onto the zone.
Yeah, and will it be 2 men on point, maybe? Well, no trophies, so you're wanting to dodge the nade, so only Paul sticking it to the point, but everybody falls 4 down off the map. Optic, talk about that bounce back, and no trophies really hurts you.
Literally perfect. They stopped the B segment capture as well. Now Preds in your spawn, causing issues, keeping the players at bay. No one's getting to the front line without a word or 2 from the young Australian man. 1:30 to go, and lots of lives either side. Pred still, lay G, baby.
If you're giving up the A-zone captures, you better make sure you get the kills, and he has done exactly that. So 22 leading the lobby. We currently have 2 players massively suffering on Minnesota on the receiving end of it. On the time though, Paul's there for 2. Could be the opener. Pred gets traded. Last man standing is going to be Dashi, and Nero, unfortunate for Dashi, just has his number, is always around. Shotzi with a quick route for a Jackal to go up top though, takes down Nero. So you've slowed this push down massively. Minnesota Rocker just looking for their moment to strike. They do have players in decent positions. However, Shotzi on the flank continues to make plays. Such a nuisance.
What a move from Estriel, somehow nearly killing Pred there. Nero, you've got enough of a winner to make your way forward. And now the fight is on. The dance of the doorway, but it's 3 dead. Last man is Shotzi. This is a big move. There we go. Start to stack the point. He's been taken care of. No lives left now for Optic Texas. The last stand here in their defensive round. Rocker getting it done. Here comes the capture. The nades are good. They're connecting, but not enough. And Rocker get themselves on the board here in control.
And I'm seeing Paul look around like he's in war, but keep in mind, that was a full segment capture. So where Minnesota Rocker the round before, where they lost on defense, those guys literally just started sprinting into death. No fear in their hearts. They knew the way they wanted to lose it. So on the objective front, Minnesota Rocker might be able to pull off a defense for the round 5, but of course that is still only if we get there. But if I'm remembering the segments right, you would be up by 1 for the rounds that are comparable, and then Minnesota Rocker in their first attacking round got 4 segments. So I think from Optic, that'll be the name of the game. Either win it here or get 4 segments, because they have certainly outslayed.
Oh, yeah, they've absolutely outslayed. Estriel 13 and 20. 14 and 20 for Geo as well. Yes, there's no doubt about it. I must have said no doubt about it with absolutely no certainty of doing the maths. Who cares? Let's just get into the round. Rocker holding hands here as they're swarming across towards the B side of the map. And the weird timing has got Optic just not feeling good about this whatsoever. 3 down. Get rid of that trophy, Nero. Destroy it. End it. You've spotted out the players there on spawn. Pred's making a run around Hookah, but he's now gone as well. So a free reign across the map right now for Rocker, and Nero catching shots at range.
That's such a strange opening break as well. Minnesota Rocker, they've done it a few times, like a weirdly turtled setup on defense off the break, but it absolutely works for them. Now it's all about the trades. Paul X, by the way, maybe Paul Flex. There you go. Paul Flex with the SMG flying through, and you know, we give him a highlight reel play, but nice play either way.
Really nice Paul Flex as well. That's going in the book. Geo finding another in spawn here, 16 and 21. He's fighting forward. Tags in a Dashi. Kenny finally get him out of position, so now we make our way forward, but here comes Nero, and he's got the pressure on. Kenny trying to buy the time. He does indeed. Optic's teamwork starting to get going, but 30 seconds on the round. You have to get a zone.
And getting out of spawn is one thing. Getting onto the zone is another. Estriel making sure he keeps B nice and secure. That is the long-term plan. And Estriel also knows, looking for a spawner before he moved to the point. How many battles has he had against Dashi in these exact situation? But right now, Dashi just needs to keep him away because his teammates are winning all the gunfights. So Estriel making some noise. Doesn't make the impact. Dashi handles them and should just deliver you this A zone. Nero gets traded out. You're good to go. And now from Optic, you at least want one extra segment on B at minimum.
One to go. Geo out there, gets flattened. Here comes a big bulldoze now from the Optic boys. They're flying forward, rolling Sunder across the map until wait, it's Paul from behind. Just catches at least one, and now you're on the zone. A big stack opportunity here. Nero's on a flank as well. Geo takes care of R, and there we go. Nero's in. Only gets one, and Pred still stays alive with the 5 spree. Good nades. Here comes the pressure. Surely you get him off the zone. Noah segment's in. That's it.
I can't believe they didn't. Oh, yeah, the segment's great. I can't believe they didn't pick up double doors there for the flank, but they're keeping up the pressure. It looks like Minnesota Rocker, yeah, finally able to alleviate it. Interesting moment there coming through, but a nice little wipe off the map there. But again, should be defense secured unless Minnesota Rocker just get every single kill for the rest of the map. But looking at the minimap, Optic right now, 45 seconds to work with. A good chunk of time to work the B zone. With one segment captured, your job's a little bit easier.
Oh, Paul's going to get the timing here. Red, Kenny, you name it. Take your pick, mate. Teammates are getting dropped all around the place. 6 to 10. Optic last man left alive right now is Dashi over by the B street. Now he's gone back over to spawn. No lives left. What a defensive hold. Chance, you said it. They needed every kill. They've conceded one so far. And Kenny gets it a second. Unbelievable. Unbelievable round. Who gets defense?
I was trying to do the math on the fly. I think it literally came down to like 1 or 2 kills. I was trying to do the math quick enough. I honest to God, I think Minnesota Rocker just got it by like 1 or 2.
We'll wait confirmation.
I was over here thinking of like Paul X. I was going to give credit to the discipline of Paul like in the middle of the map and call him Stall X. But like honest to God, little plays like that went a long way. And there you go. Minnesota defense somehow. They just go on a massive run and pull off the defense for the final round. 3-0 is back on the cards, boys. First one for Minnesota Rocker all year, if they get it.
They've got to get it, though. Pred and Dashi find their way through the middle of the map. Pred somehow pulls out 2. Now the reinforcement is sharp, and Optics save the zone. In we go. A perfect stack near enough. Paul gets in, and Paul finds 2 somehow. The segment gone. Shotzi trying to pick up the flankers, and Pred there battling away in the A zone still. A slow cap, and now on a B as well.
Oh, and he got through. Yeah, the second he gets over towards Art, this is going to be multiple players trying to work him. So the A zone, it's going to fall. Oh, that was Shotzi, not Pred. All right, broken kill feed. Definitely Pred. A zone should get captured. Final tick almost through. They got all the kills. They got all the coverage. You just need to kill Paul X, and Shotzi, the final stamp on it, gets it done. So good opening break. They got the advantage, and you can see these boys are flying. Optic trying to keep the pressure up.
The pressure and the pace is absolutely what they are bringing right now, though. Paul Estriel sends Kenny to another dimension, and now Geo massive tags in, and a big one of Paul once again fighting his way forward. 38 and 27 from the window to the wall. X, he's doing it all.
And I gotta say, right, just one car being off the map that can explode is a beautiful thing. More cars off the map, so this is great news from Optic. Less exploding things near that B zone. And Shotzi, unfortunately, just couldn't get any help or any pressure towards the map, but you're just vying for these moments, trying to string together a couple kills. But right now, defense has been reigning supreme for Minnesota Rocker. Nero active. There's a 5 spree. You think Estriel will be good for the trades? Yeah, finally he gets a gunfight when he gets Dashi. It's been a long time coming.
There we go. Kenny enough points to stay alive there, but a very, very slight lead right now. Very slight lead for the Rocket boys. Looking at that B zone, Optic are making the run down the B street now. What a win from Nero. Trades are there, and it's good. It's working out. You got to get at least one more out of Kenny. Eviscerated. Oh, and Pred, the last man down. Out. The first wave, ineffective. Optic back to spawn.
Oh, these are big moments. 7v10. desperation from Optic to avoid another 3-0 on the weekend. I don't know how many times in this org's history they've been back-to-back 3-0s, but I know it's certainly a rarity. And that's 2 big kills. This is it, man. No respawns remaining. Every single player falling down. Shotzi, the only man alive on the point. Bungles the movement, but it doesn't make a difference. He just doesn't have the help. Minnesota calling game. A hot 3-0, and they barely care. Another day in the office.
Oh, that's good. Now a vibey team can enjoy the rest of their Sunday. Optic, though, it is right back to work. That is no map wins on the weekend. Not the most welcome return for Pred to the league. And Dakshi's camera broke somehow. No, I'll show that happened. That's crazy. But Rocker, a very happy 3-0 for them.